Okay, so we've arrived at our last activity for week 1 of Tot Time. This one is optional, but it's a really cool one, so I hope you enjoy it. So normally if you would come to our in-person camp, we would have a bunch of boxes from the Carnegie Museum where there's a bunch of different animals and insects and stuff like that inside. I couldn't do that for you this year, but what I did do instead was I was able to give you all your own preserved insect. So inside of your kit, all of you have a square with a piece of tape on it. It says week 1 edition, and then it'll tell you what type of insect it is. So mine says I have a beetle. I'm gonna go ahead and take the tape off so I can see my insect. And you all have different insects as well. I just handed them out randomly. Okay? And this is my insect. So I have a beetle. I don't know exactly what kind of beetle, but it's a beetle. And in your instruction booklet, I have some questions that I would like you to ask yourself while you're examining your beetle. If you have a little hand magnifying glass, it would be great for looking at your bugs a little differently. So first I want to ask you, what type of insect is this? Okay, I know that mine is a beetle because it was labeled and it says that it's a beetle. What color is it? So my beetle has like a green exterior. If I flip it over, it kind of looks silver, and it has black legs. The legs are still kind of green too. I see a little red and orange shade in it. So go ahead and look at your bugs and see what type of color is it. Is it brown? Is it orange? Is it green? What color is it? And now I would like you to ask, how many legs does it have? So go ahead and look. Since it's clear, you can see all of the legs. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 legs. So my insect has 6 legs. And can it fly? So all of you have different insects. And for insects to fly, they would need wings, right? And if you look at it, you should be able to see if they have wings or not, just like how a bee has little wings or a butterfly has wings. So go ahead and look at if they have obvious wings. Now I don't see any wings that are sticking out of here, but some insects may have wings that are hidden under their shell, just like a ladybug. Ladybugs can fly, but you don't always see their wings. They keep it hidden inside their red shell. But go ahead and see if you can find any wings. And then, where do you think your insect would live? This is a hard one. But based on what it looks like, maybe some animals, they turn a certain color depending on where they're living because they want to blend in. Some animals have a bright color because they want to keep predators away. They don't want to get eaten, so they have bright colors to scare those animals away. Some animals may have a different type of mouth to eat with. So like if you, some insects may have like a long tongue to eat flowers with. Some might have like a beak to chomp things at. So based on that, I would like you to guess where you think your animal would live. Now there are a bunch of, I have a beetle. There's a bunch of different types of beetles. We have different types of beetles even around here. but I do not know exactly what type of beetle this is. So I would encourage you to research, to go online with a parent or guardian and try and find exactly what type of insect you have. I know that some of you have spotted lanternflies, and I know some information about those. They're an invasive species. So an invasive species means they're not from the area where they're currently living in, and they have to be hurting the environment. So spotted lanternflies, they're actually new to Pennsylvania, and what they do, they kind of look orange and have black spots, or they look different depending on how old they are. But what they'll do is they'll eat trees. They like certain types of trees, such as the tree of heaven, which is also an invasive tree. And they'll attach to the trees, they'll suck all the nutrients out of the tree, and then they actually kind of poop out this goo, and they leave the goo on the tree, and the goo attracts all of these other type of insects that kill the tree. They like other trees too, so it's not just invasive trees. So the lanternflies, because they're eating and pooping out this nasty goopy stuff, the goopy stuff that they're pooping out destroys our trees and our plants. We don't want that, right? We want all of our trees and plants to live on forever. We want it to be a healthy environment. So actually, when you see a spotted lanternfly, you're actually encouraged to stomp on it, because we don't want them living in our environment. But you all have different types of insects, so just with your parent or guardian, just go online, try and Google, like, this is the beetle. I have a green beetle. Go ahead and search different types of green beetles, try and figure out where they live, and just do that for whatever type of insect you have. And you get to keep this too. So all of the insects that you have look really cool, and if you want to display it next to your bed, you get to keep it forever. So it's a really cool keepsake that you get from our summer camp this year. So I hope you like those, and I hope you had fun during our first week of summer camp. Our theme, remember, was nature behavior. So we learned how to interact with nature whenever we go outside. So we want to be gentle whenever we're outside, because we don't want to disturb any houses for our little creatures. We made a toad house for any little insects that are living outside, so we gave them a place to live. We played our game, or we played our scavenger hunt bingo game, and we got to learn all the things that are outside, whether it's different trees or bugs, plants and flowers. We got to have fun finding all of those. And we got our little keepsake, we got our little insect, which some of your insects might even live around here. So you get to keep that. And if they do live around here, that's why we want to be careful outside, so we don't harm those insects that we got. And that's it for our week 1. Remember to come back here, and we'll go through our week 2 of Tot Time Summer Camp together.